switch, and the lights come on. The motor runs. Turn the valve, and the gas flows. For many years, these indispensable energy sources were kept reliable by one basic method. We in the electric and gas industries increased our supply by giant leaps, keeping ahead of demand. Now, well, times have changed. Natural gas supplies are limited, and the cost of building new electrical capacity has risen dramatically. Today, we're looking toward new and inventive techniques to help provide reliable service. We're asking customers to cooperate with us in controlling peak demand. And electric utilities are cooperating with each other, linking their systems more closely than ever to make the most efficient use of the energy available over large areas. Sensible, but cooperation between systems has led to a new kind of utility operation management, a chess game in which the pieces are kilowatts and pounds of pressure. A game so complex that it can be played most effectively only with the aid of computers. Here is one place where the energy chess game is being played. The new Operation Control Center of the Iowa-Illinois Gas and Electric Company. Modern, imaginative, built for fortress security against tornado winds as high as 250 miles an hour. Windowless, with closely monitored entrances for security against unauthorized entry.
Macintosh.
Inside the control center, a visitor may have a sense of isolation from the outside world, but nothing could be farther from the truth. The static wall maps, displaying both the gas and electric networks, represent an energizing reality that is woven into the life of the Iowa-Illinois service area. What is happening to the energy supply out there is being monitored and controlled right here at 3 identical and functionally interchangeable control positions. Each control supervisor has dual video screens on which he can command schematic displays of any aspect, large or small, of any significant segment of either the gas or electric systems. On his right, other data access and storage units are at hand. An alphanumeric video display, an alarm logger, and a microfiche display unit. To his left, communications equipment, multi-channel radio, a multi-line telephone. At any given moment, supervisors may be handling a variety of assignments. At the left console, before the wall display of the gas system, a dispatcher works on a routine maintenance procedure with a gas crew.
Control 3362.
3362.
Yeah, you can go ahead and close valve 60278.
10-4, close valve 60278.
This is a relatively simple procedure, controlling and monitoring the closing of a valve. More often, the dispatcher spends his time on the tasks of scheduling and dispatching, which during periods of short supply are highly intricate operations. The computer helps him make fast, accurate calculations, and the video screen provides him a visual display of the status of the gas system in full detail. Nearby, at the central console, the energy supply chess game is being played, as bulk electric power is purchased and sold. This control supervisor is first of all, and at every moment, safeguarding the integrity of the Iowa-Illinois electric system. The computer automatically scans the entire system every few seconds, comparing what is happening with what should be happening. If a problem occurs, an alarm is given at the console instantly. Troubles on other power systems cannot cascade undetected into the Iowa-Illinois system as they once did in the Northeast. In fact, troubles on other power systems can find help here. An emergency message is received from another member of the power pool, calling for an immediate supply of 500 megawatts. The predetermined Iowa-Illinois share of that emergency request is 25 megawatts. The supervisor moves to get that much additional power flowing from Iowa-Illinois generators onto the power pool grid. Using his alphanumeric video display, he selects the menu of operations which he can perform to control generation and transmission, and chooses from among them interchange transaction. The format for that activity appears on the alphanumeric CRT. The supervisor fills in the blanks. The name of the company calling for power, the energy nature of the call, and the fact that Iowa-Illinois is selling the power. At another position on the interchange transaction format, he enters the starting time, the value for ramp duration, the fact that 25 megawatts is to be supplied, and the time at which the full 25 megawatts is to be online. The computer is then updated and calculates the total megawatt-hour output, which will be on the Iowa-Illinois system when the full power level has been reached. The control supervisor pushes the spinning reserve button and checks the system's reserve status. If the sale has reduced the Iowa-Illinois spinning reserve to less than an adequate value, he will take steps to supplement his bulk power supply. If, however, the spinning reserve is still adequate, the supervisor has completed his task. The computerized automatic generation control system increases the output of the Iowa-Illinois generators to handle the new total demand in the most economical manner. And that, in a way, is the heart of this modern operation control system. The control supervisor makes the decisions and demands, and the computer carries out the task demanded, performing it quickly, accurately, efficiently. The computer's ability to sift data and find critical information quickly is extremely important when trouble occurs, whether the problem is somewhere in the power pool or just down the street. At the third console, where the supervisor is monitoring the Iowa-Illinois transmission and distribution system, an alarm is coming in. On the left screen is the 69 kV distribution system overview schematic. Substation 59, which has become brighter and is blinking, has trouble. A tree limb has fallen across a 13 kV line, which is one of the substation radials. Using his light pen, the supervisor selects substation 59 from the overview, and the substation schematic is brought up on the right screen. One breaker is blinking. The alarm logger indicates that there have been 2 operations on that breaker. It is locked out.
Control to 1730.
This 1730.
Circuit 1359.5 is relayed and locked out. Would you patrol it and let us know what you find?
10-4.
It has been only minutes since the outage occurred, but the repair effort has begun.
The 1730 to control.
Control 1730.
We found a tree limb on circuit 1359.5 in the 4700 block on Fairmont. We called in the tree trimmers, and would you place a hold on that circuit?
We don't have a man at the substation to rack out the breaker. I'll put your warning tag on that circuit. Stand by.
The supervisor, again using his light pen, selects a menu of activity for tripped breaker 1359.5. His choices include trip, close, warning tag, and hold. He selects warning tag, executes the command, and the warning symbol appears beside the breaker symbol in the system diagram. The warning symbol status will prevent the supervisor from closing the breaker. The crew can now safely perform its task using hotline procedures. When the job is done, the supervisor uses his light pen to remove the warning tag and close the breaker, restoring service. It's important, as we see it, that our control supervisors make all the critical judgments in system control. Whether they're handling an alarm or making the day-to-day decisions and online studies which keep the quality of our service high. The computer, with its video displays and sophisticated control techniques, is intended only to provide better information to the supervisor faster. Much computer analysis is performed on incoming information, and only key points and deductions from that information are brought to his attention. The time that might be wasted sifting a mass of data is saved. Action is taken when action is needed. The result is greater reliability of service for the customers of the Iowa-Illinois gas and electric systems.